Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Coach Liz. All right, we're going to do a general reading, a love reading, you guys. Let's tap into your person's energy. Let's see what they're currently feeling towards you. This is going to be a general reading, so don't force a shoe to fit. If it does not resonate, there'll be more readings to come. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. I truly appreciate your support. All right, let's get right into the messages. I want to see, let's see what they're currently feeling towards you. Let's start there, and then we'll start to build on the story, see what Spirit wants you to know, and any advice possibly that can, help guide you. Okay, so for some of you, I feel like your person is really working on reinventing themselves. It's like they have awakened to like maybe a different way of being, right? Like it's almost like their mind and spirit is evolving into something better. Like they're working on the shadow aspect of themselves, like the parts that they could have like held hidden or kept hidden from themselves, like they didn't want to face. It says, I'm trying to reinvent myself and release the old me. I took you for granted, disappointed you, and deserted you when you needed me the most. I want to come back stronger so I can build something better with you. So your person could have pulled away or withdrawn from the connection. Let's see. What telepathic? So you guys are both communicating with each other, especially if you are in a no contact situation. I feel like you guys are telepathically communicating with each other. Like, I feel like your person is also like noticing patterns or like images, numbers that remind them of you. And you could be like seeing repetitive like signs as well. It says, I feel you through everything, the things I touch, the images I see, and the voices I hear. We are connected throughout this universe, even if we are miles apart. So yeah, for some of you, you could be in no contact, or for others of you, I feel like you could be at a distance from your person. They could have also been dealing with people who were gossiping about you. It says listens to others and disregards their own feelings. So maybe people had like they assumed that you were a particular way, and maybe your person started to or judged you prior to actually learning or learning you. We have outer this person is going through it. So we have outer turmoil and inner turmoil. So they're just getting into shit from left and right. So if you're if you are not in contact with your person, it's because they're literally going through a big transformation, almost to the point where it's not only are they feeling it like within them, like they're starting to doubt and question everything that they once thought to be true, their own beliefs, their perspective on situations. It's almost like they're in the fight between how they used to think and what their heart is pulling them towards. It's like they feel worried, conflicted, and they could be in a badass mood and people don't know why they're in a bad mood. You see how like this person looks like grouchy? And it's because they are like stuck in their head. It says, I'm bounded physically, mentally, and spiritually. I feel there is no way out where I am. I feel imprisoned because of my own doing. I'm trying to fight my inner demons, but it's just so difficult at times. Yeah, it's almost like whatever you I feel like your energy has almost awakened this person, a part of their, maybe even their third eye. I'm hearing like their third eye or their crown chakra. Maybe this person had a blocked third eye or crown chakra where they didn't listen to their intuition, or they maybe didn't even know what it was, right? And maybe you're someone that, put them on to a certain way of thinking, possibly even brighten their horizons. Like you expose them or shed light on some sort of knowledge, right? Maybe they didn't know what telepathy was, and you showed them how energy works. And um as I'm saying the energy work, I'm looking at the light bulb. Like you kind of put this person onto things, information, knowledge that made a light bulb just cut on. But they know that in order for them to shed, and like in order for them to shed or expand and grow, they have to let an old way of being or thinking or doing things. And I feel like at the same time, they are experiencing this outer turmoil because, as some of us know, so as above, so below. So if they are in this energy of feeling stuck and blocked and stagnant or worried, doubtful, questioning everything, then of course that's going to project in their outer world. And it's exactly what they're experiencing. I feel like they're going through a storm of emotions. They could be, one minute they could be fine, laughing, having a good time. The next minute it's like they are grouchy, annoyed, frustrated, and they don't even know why. It just feels like their physical world could be filled with like chaos, confusion. Things could just be falling apart. I don't know. They could be arguing. There could be battles, conflict, unnecessary conflicts, like happening out of nowhere, and that's because they're manifesting that energy, right? They're going through a period where of that storm within them, and they're seeing how that storm is manifesting in their outer world. But they also know that in order for this storm to clear up, they have to let go of the doubt, the fears, the uncertainty, and make like clear choices and decisions to let go and grow. I feel like my life is falling apart and I don't know what to do. Whatever can go wrong has gone wrong. But the one thing that felt right was you. And I feel like that's exactly what they're realizing too, is that you bring a lot of calm into their life. Your peace and your grace and your kindness kind of almost help this person. Um, I don't know why I'm thinking of desensitized, or like maybe you help this person, your energy made or help this person either want to break barriers, but also see a different version of themselves that they never could like they didn't know this could be possible, or they didn't know that they could become a different version because they've been a certain way their entire life, right? They've been believing a certain lie their entire life, or they've been limited because of what others told them they should believe, or how they should live, or how they should move. Watching. So even if they're not in contact with you, or even if you guys are at a distance or just not communicating as much, they are watching you. They're watching you, but I don't feel like it's on like some stalker shit. I do feel like they are learning so much from you. And even though you may not be in contact, it's almost like, I don't know if you guys like text each other, email each other, Maybe there's something on social media that you post that is like educational or informational. I don't know. Like there is something that this person is looking up, maybe even on their own time. Like maybe there are certain things that you have spoken about to your person. Now they are intrigued and they're wanting to do their own research, so that they can learn a bit more on, what it is that you have exposed them to. I'm hearing escaping the matrix. So maybe you are someone that's trying to teach others how to detach from limiting beliefs. It says, even if I'm gone, I am still connected to you in some way. I can't cut you off completely, but I am afraid to return. My only interaction with you is through social media. I miss you. For others of you, there could be someone from your past that still watches you. Could have been a Sagittarius, your past person, or yeah, they regret leaving you behind, or they regret leaving you. I feel like this is an outside, like a third party energy. This does not feel like your current person. And this just feels like a lingering energy. But if this is like your person, could be Sagittarius, or something could be significant about Sagittarius season. I feel like your person is usually someone that's outspoken, right? They're self-assured, they're friendly, they're optimistic, they're honest and open. But I feel like they've been hiding behind a smile, right? Pretending to be completely fulfilled, even though they knew that something was missing. Maybe, like I said, they were so used to telling themselves a story of that like that bachelor, right, that is used to being single. They're okay with being single. They've accepted the fact that this might be their life. They're okay with just being on their own. But then you came along and your energy made them, first of all, scared the fuck out of them, because now they know that they have to show up as a particular, on a different energetic level in order for them to even be aligned with you. And second, it's like now they can't live without you. So it's almost like they'll know that they will regret their decision if they were to decide to stay in separation. They can't, it's almost like they can't see themselves without you, but being with you, they know will require a different type of effort or work. And I feel like this person is doing the work, to be honest with you, because we saw that reinvention card. Okay, well, let's see what else comes out. What else do we want to know? Do I want these? Let's see what messages comes out of this. What messages do you have for the collective when it comes to their person? What messages? If you're wondering if you should keep your options open, if you should wait for this person, well, okay. I feel like this person that you're connecting to feels like you do have other options, right? So I do feel like they are watching from afar to see if you are entertaining other options, which is part of the reason why they're in this like inner turmoil, unhappy, because they haven't taken action towards you. So it's almost like they've left a door open for anybody else to come in and sweep you off your feet, right? Like they're it's almost like they are worried that someone will come in during the time that they're in separation, but they know that they have to do this work regardless. of, door open or not. Let them take the wheel. It says step back and let them take the wheel. Trust that they are taking you where you want to go. Show them you have faith in their relationship and their relationship decisions too. So I do feel like you're someone that has decided to give up the control. Like you're not wanting to control the situation. If your person has withdrawn, you're letting them do so. You're not like chasing after them. And I feel like it's almost also like you're wanting for them to take the action and the lead towards you, because I feel like in a way that will let you know how much this person actually wants you in their life. It feels like, you've given them the key, you've given them the okay for them to come, towards you if they're ready or if they're wanting to take things to a higher level of commitment. But I do feel like with this be their friend energy, it almost felt like they needed to learn you on a friend level before they can allow themselves to open up into something more serious, something more solid. I'm hearing lock it in, lock you in, lock it up. Hold on one second, y'all. Yes, baby. Yes, can you give me a second and I'll get it for you?
I know how to make it.
You know how to? Okay.
Yeah, but just
put it in a cup.
Where the ice cream is.
Freezer. It's 333 on the time, so you could be seeing 333. You got it.
I'm gonna wait for you.
Okay, I'm almost done. Okay. But some of you could be wanting like a sweet treat, or maybe this person feels like you are their sweet treat. I don't know. But be their friend. It says it's important that you be their friend first. Interacting with them on an emotional basis is just too heavy for them right now. Lay a good foundation for the future. So yeah, I feel like there was something about friend zoning, maybe, that this person made you feel like they put you in the friend zone, and in return you possibly did it back for you, so that you could protect yourself. But it's almost like it was inevitable for y'all to like fall for each other, right? It's like the more you were a friend to them, the more the more they fell in love with you, the more they fell in love with who you truly are at your core. And because you were willing to show up as your true authentic self, this allowed and made it a safe space for them to show up as who they were as well. Because it's almost like you guys literally built this connection from, a friendship status, right? And it's almost like you are okay. You understand that this person that you're connecting to, it could be going through their own healing journey as well. So it just feels like you've allowed almost a safe space where you're not being passive, or you're not, you are confident. You speak up on what it is that you want, the direction that you would like to head when it comes to this relationship or this connection. I feel like you've voiced your intentions. So like I said, I feel like you've given this person the key, but you're also not, it doesn't feel like you're just waiting around. And I feel like this person knows this. I feel like this person knows that you're not just waiting around, but you've let the door open for them to come in if they want to take this to a higher level of commitment. And because you have a telepathic connection, I feel like you know that this person is going through a transformation, right? Which is why you may not be reaching out or bothering them, or acting or asking like, what the hell is going on? What are you doing? Why am I not hearing from you? I feel like you actually allow them to kind of like withdraw, create a safe space. I literally just said something, and learn to communicate better. So it says, allow your partner to speak openly without being judged or treated as if they're wrong and broken. If they come to you, be there to meet them. So I feel like that's exactly what you did, right? I feel like that's exactly what you're doing, is creating a safe space for your person so that they can communicate exactly how they feel. It's not, I don't feel like you're pushing them or hunting them down or chasing them or, pressuring them to, to, you're not pressuring them to become or be anything that they don't want to do or be, right? But I do feel like because you've allowed this safe space, because you've created a safe space, it is also teaching your person how to communicate better. I feel like before they used to deal with energies or feminine energies or masculine, put yourself where you fit in. Um, they kind of like maybe pressured them, right? Like they were on a specific time frame, like, come on, hurry up, do it now. Like I'm ready. We need to be in this relationship. I'm not gonna keep waiting around. And I feel like you were not pushing. You're not pushy. I feel like you got your own thing going on. You were focused on yourself. Yes, you're willing to open yourself up for a higher level of commitment, but you're also not thirsty for it, right? I feel like you're also, you understand that you're also growing yourself. So you're focusing on your own growth. And I feel like that's what pushed this person even more to reinvent themselves, right? I feel like you could have been dealing with someone that was afraid of commitment or taking risks when it came to love, because they felt like they couldn't be themselves, like their individual selves, but also be in a relationship with someone. I feel like someone was afraid to lose who they were, their individuality, when they're in relationships. Like maybe they would give too much or they would get lost. Maybe this was somebody that was um battled with self-identity, and I feel like we all do at some point, right? Like we all try to figure out who the fuck we are, like what are we supposed to do, who are we supposed to become. So I feel like that's what pushes us to become codependent in relationships. It's like when we don't know who we are or what we want to or who we want to become or our purpose, we kind of cling on to someone else because we think that they're the ones that are going to make us happy and fulfilled. But I feel like you are someone that has taken the time to figure out what that is for you. Therefore, again, you're showing up in your true authentic self. You know who you are, you know your self-worth, your value, your identity, what you were sent here to be and do. And I feel like that way of thinking, the way you think, kind of lit that light bulb right in their person, and they realize like damn, like love doesn't have to limit you, right? Love doesn't have to make you feel restricted. Love doesn't have to be codependent. Love doesn't have to be obsessive. Love doesn't have to be toxic, and it doesn't have to be any of that. If anything, that is not love. That is not love. And I feel like you're a person that doesn't mind taking risks. Like it's almost like you look at a challenge right in the face and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I'm gonna take a chance because you trust your intuition. You trust your gut. You trust that you are centered enough and confident enough in yourself that for you, when you take on a challenge or or you willing to risk something, I'm talking about calculated risk. Okay, we're not talking about like crazy, be stupid. I'm talking about calculated risk. I feel like you do it because you're so confident in yourself and your intuition and your discernment that you're okay with opening yourself up to love, especially even if I rather say even if you've been hurt before, right? I feel like you're not scared to open yourself up to love or leave the door open to love despite of the past that you've had or experienced. Because of the experiences you've had, you've learned to create a safe space for others to heal because you knew what you needed to heal that pain that you've experienced. um and those experiences also taught you how to communicate better, how to communicate your emotions without being reactive, right? Make a choice before they do it for you. So I can't remember if I said something. Maybe it was the threads that I posted earlier today. I feel like there is someone, or the person that you're connecting to knows that there is a timing factor here. Like they could have been really dragging their feet to make the changes. But I feel like they know that their time is running out, which is why they're experiencing so much turmoil at this time. Like everything has like kind of like piled up, whereas before you could have communicated like, hey, we should try this, or are you open for this? And this person, they were soaking up the information that you were giving them, or they heard you, but it was almost like they were holding on to it instead of actually doing the work. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what made this light bulb cut the fuck on, but as soon as the light bulb cut on, it was almost like all hell broke loose, because now we can't turn the light off. Now this person can't unsee what they've seen, right? It's like they can't they can't unsee it. They can't unsee it. Now they actually have to face what they're going through. I'm also feel like picking up with this watching energy. It almost feels like there's a masculine or somebody staying up late at night, having a conversation with Chat GPT. Maybe this is like their therapist, so that they can make a decision, a wise decision, a more educated, guided decision. It's like they're researching, they're gathering their information. They do want to turn the negative into a positive. Like I do feel like they're taking this turmoil that they're going through as a learning lesson. Like I feel like you triggered a spiritual lesson within this person, even to the point where they're even looking into metaphysics, spirituality. Maybe they're looking at different beliefs, right? Spiritual beliefs. Especially if you guys have different beliefs, like you are more spiritual and this person's more religious. Maybe there's certain information that you've spoken about that has this person wondering, like, let me do a little bit more research on it. And I feel like that's exactly what they're doing. And I feel like that's exactly what's going to help them make this choice for love or money. Be honest with yourself and identify how money is affecting your love life. I feel like this person could have been super focused on their finances, their career. They could have even been like using the fact that they were busy making money as an excuse to not pour into the relationship or the connection with you. Just keep your options, keeps coming back. So if you were wondering like if you should like date or be open to dating other people, or you should go ahead. Why not? Unless somebody is wanting to make things settle, be solid with you, keep the options open. I don't see why not. I was thinking about that myself. When I date people, I don't like to entertain multiple people at one time. For one, it's a lot of work. For two, I hate small talk. Like y'all have no idea. Like I really cannot stand small talk. Like y'all see how long I can talk in these fucking videos. So if we're not talking about the moon, the stars, and how the world started, what are we even talking about? Like, what are we even talking about right now? So it is difficult for me to entertain more than one person at one time. But I mean, if someone does come along and, if you're taking your sweet time and we're not taking things to the next level and you're not communicating and you're wanting me to stay stuck, I'm going to move on and I'm going to be okay with it. Because as a spiritual person, I know that what's mine won't pass me by. And I'm not going to stay stuck in something that, for one, is putting money as a priority or before me. Mind you, I can provide for you what money can't, but okay. And if you don't see that, then you're already not seeing the value of me. And I feel like that's exactly what your person could be going through right now. They're realizing like, okay, I've built all this, I've built this empire. I've built my bank account looks good. My bag looks good. It looks great. I got the Gucci and Gabbana's. I got the whatever, and whatever. But you're still lonely. Or but and not necessarily lonely. You could still, live comfortably, be you whatever, right? You're having a good time. Great. I love it. But at the end of the day, I feel like as human beings, we do yearn for that feeling of home. Someone that feels like home. Period. Like, I don't care who you are. We all yearn for that feeling of home. And I feel like you've shown that to this person. I feel like in a way, I'm seeing create a safe space. If you've created a safe space that has essentially, I can almost guarantee you, become that person's home. You could be homeless, and as long as you have that person that you consider to be your safe space, that not having a home won't be as bad. And I know that sounds crazy, and I hope that makes sense, but safe space is that it's energetic, right? And I feel like that you gave that to this person. They were avoiding commitment. And the reason why they were avoiding commitment, it was because people were gossiping. I'm telling you, if somebody could have said something, they could have painted you out to be a particular way. And as the time went along, it's almost like you showed them how much you love and respect yourself, that you don't just open yourself up to anyone, that options, right? Like, you don't just make yourself available to just anybody. And maybe that's the fucking problem. Shit. Maybe that's it. Maybe the fact that they've been so afraid of commitment, maybe they need to see the fact that you are opening yourself up to other options so they can see how they are the problem. Because it says maybe the problem is you. So they're not realizing that they're the one that they're in the way. They are in the fucking way of growth. Okay. And now it's almost like you're not, it says, forget what they say, what matters what they do. It's like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I'm gonna see some action behind those words. And you're not settling for anything less. And I love that for you. I really do. I really, really do. All right. Today's the day I'm going to use cards I don't usually use for some reason. I feel like it. These cards have a lot of nudity in there, so I cannot show them as much on the screen. And hopefully you can't see it as much when I put them down. But something about home is very significant, y'all. Because I keep seeing the Four of Wands. The Empress at the bottom of the deck. And she is very much so naked. She got boobies showing up everywhere. I'm hearing you have that liquid gold. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because she's holding on to wheat in her hand. You make that. You're very abundant, fruitful. Something about gold is significant. It is whatever you touch turns into gold. 8 of Pentacles. Work. Yeah. King of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. So this person tried to, act like they were so focusing on their money. Super hyper fucking focused on their money. Work, 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 work. I'm hearing Rihanna's song. They could have came off as cold and distant because it was like, yeah, I'm working. I'm disciplined. This is what I do. Get up, go hard. I don't waver from the goal. The focus is This is what I do. I've been building on this. This person could also be at a distance from you. They could be traveling. Knight of Pentacles, heavy on the travel. It's like they've been moving really slow. Really slow. Heavy on the travel. For some of you, they could be overseas. I'm seeing that sailboat, and then y'all saw the sailboat, the boat. So heavy on the like overseas. For some of them, could even be experiencing maybe bad weather. Hopefully everyone's safe. With the King of Swords and the sailboat, I'm picking up heavy like military energy as well, like navy, water, boats, distance. I don't know why I'm picking up on that. 10 of Cups, home, happiness, complete bliss, family. It's like they were used to living their solo life, right? Like they've built a very luxurious life for themselves. They have. But then it's almost like the 9 is not a 10. And you're the 10. You know, something could be a 9 out of 10, but it's still not a 10. And you literally took something to a whole nother level. It's almost like you balanced this person out. I'm telling y'all triggered something in this person. It lit some sort of light bulb in their head. Yeah, I definitely can't show y'all this card. I'm gonna show y'all a little piece of it. Y'all can see. I don't know if you can make out what it is. This is a moon energy cycle, something about cycles. You expose their cycles. You are someone that can pick up on people's patterns and cycles. You could tell this person's, they built some sort of wall or protective like barrier, or they had like boundaries, their boundaries up. And it could have been because of something that they could have experienced in their past. They could have suppressed these feelings and emotions for so long that your energy, the Empress is again at the bottom of the deck. Again, I cannot show her boobies. She has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 boobies. Something about 11, the number 11, 11, 11. It's almost like you were so abundant. And something about the inner child could be significant. It's almost like you became this person, again, home, right? Like your mama's breast. You know how like you come to your mama and you want to hug her and you just shove your whole like head, like not necessarily in their breast, but you know, like they just embrace you. And I feel like that's exactly what you did to this person. You embraced who they were and their individuality, as in not just the good parts of them, but also their flaws. It's almost like you saw their flaws before they saw their flaws, right? And you exposed them. You flip the switch. You flip the fucking switch. And they finally able to see how they created the walls and protective barriers and boundaries. It's almost like they're giving birth. We did see reinvent, so they're giving birth to a new version of themselves. But they're going through that dark night of the soul. And I feel like, again, you would just let them take the wheel. You're allowing them. You're allowing them to go through their patterns, their cycles. You're creating a space where you're creating room. I'm hearing you're creating room for them to give birth to their new version of themselves. 8 of Wands. So if you guys were in no contact, do expect communication to come in soon. And it's going to be fiery. With the Page of Cups. Y'all are dealing with somebody who is fine. This person looks good. They smell good. This is someone that does like to spend time on how they look, their physique, their skin. This is someone that does like to maybe even just pamper themselves. Like they do like to pour into themselves, right? I also feel like this is how this person is going to get ready to show up. Like they're ready to pamper you, to charm you, maybe even send you flowers with the roses. Have a little, have fun with you. I mean, romanticize you. This is someone that likes to plan little dates as well. So they could be planning something for you guys. I'm hearing bearing gifts. Somebody could be coming in bearing gifts. For others of you, you could be giving birth. This could be for some of you. You could be giving birth to a new project idea, or you could have been working on giving birth to a new project idea. This could be something creative. Excuse me, something that maybe your intuition has been telling you to work on, or you have been working on. It's like it's getting ready to come out. Maybe you're ready to expose it. That's for some of you. The Hanged Man. So that's that stalemate, that quiet energy that they're probably in right now. Look at that transformation and reinvention. Look at the butterfly, the cocoons, and then the butterflies. This person is having an awakening. Back to the light bulb moment. Y'all see how these cards are starting to repeat themselves. There's that light bulb, and look at the light around their head. So they're having that light bulb moment, right? And because they're having that light bulb moment, their growth, they're growing, they're expanding, they're reinventing, they're transforming, they're seeing things from a different perspective. And now they're getting ready. Instead of the Page of Cups, they're showing up as the Knight of Cups. This is someone that's a little bit more, they are very romantic and charming and all that good stuff, right? But they've also experienced or had their fair share of lessons in romance, right? Like this is someone that comes a little bit more experienced. They still look good as fuck. They could be getting a haircut, or maybe they have a beard, getting it trimmed. It could be dealing with a Cancer or a water sign. For some of you, Pisces, definitely water sign. But during the separation or the no contact, or this stalemate energy, they're working. I'm hearing they're working. They're doing the work. They're doing the work. They're in their safe space. They're in the cocoon right now, right? But that's because, again, they're going through this inner and outer turmoil. So it's like they've had to withdraw in order for them to be able to process this energy, for them to be able to come back with better communication and be able to offer something to you that's more solid. This person is traveling. Something about traveling towards you. It could be energetic as well as physical. Page of Wands, going on a new adventure. This could be good news. New exciting adventure because they've been healing. Yes, look at the Hermit and the Three of Swords. They've been healing. Look at that turmoil, that hurt. But they're coming out wiser. Look at the white hair on this Hermit. The light, again, that light energy. Seeing things from a more wiser perspective. Coming out like the phoenix, rising from the ashes. Maybe they're pulling away to kind of gain their strength again, right? Their confidence. Because they want to go on this new exciting, adventure with you. You guys could talk about traveling together, going on adventures, I'm hearing. Together, exploring together. a heavy energy on the shedding an old life or an old way of being, because I see the snake here too. So someone's shedding, doing a lot of shedding, a lot of healing, transforming. Look at the strength. What did I say? Getting that confidence, getting that fire back. It's almost too like they had to tame their ego. It's like they were fighting with themselves, their own ego. They had to tame their own pride. They had to look at parts of themselves as like, you've been it's you, you're the problem. We saw that. It's like, maybe it's you that's the problem. They're realizing that they are the fucking problem, that they're the ones that are getting in the way of something beautiful, something that could grow, something that, you know, someone that would allow them to be their individual selves, but still find themselves in a healthy romantic relationship. And it's almost like because they were so used to being a particular way, it was almost like their ego was almost had them missing out on an opportunity with you. So they had to check themselves. They had to kind of withdraw and be like, all right, come on, let's see what the fuck is going on. Self, we got to check in. And during this check-in, they realized how much they had been holding on from the past. Listen, I'm telling you, like the energy, I'm feeling it so clear, y'all. Look at this is the devil. I can't really show y'all the devil because the sneepies are showing up as well. But these toxic patterns, it's almost like they were stuck in this, maybe even toxic relationships or toxic connections, maybe lustful energies, people who they kept around them, surrounded them. Because I see the devil and the Queen of Wands. This gives like a lot of like that Jezebel energy. Maybe they were kept people around who lusted over them, especially if they look good as well. Like they showing up in these cards, you know, maybe their looks is what, you know, made people chase after them, right? People stroke their ego, and you were like, I'm not stroking shit. I'm not stroking anything. Like I am, like either we're gonna both do this or we're just not gonna do it. Like either we are or we are not. And they're having to choose, like either you're gonna let go of your past trauma or you're gonna miss out on this opportunity. For some of you, this is like a soulmate connection as well. I feel like they know that you are a gift from the divine. They know this. I feel like they know this. For some of you, they're good. This is only for some of you. Like I said, they could be dealing with a very lustful, like Jezebel type energy, who is in there around them, that they're having to cut off. That's part of their growth. Maybe that outer turmoil is like them dealing with someone who they're having to finally like tell them like, hey, look, I'm getting ready to move forward with the divine feminine or the divine masculine. Whatever we had, like this friends with benefits or this whatever we had, you know, F buddies, we can't do that no more. And this person could be giving them hell for that. For them finally making the choice to leave, you know, the past in the past. Like I'm hearing like, I can't believe you're leaving me like in the past. Like, well, this is it. It's the Ace of Swords, yeah. And Ace of Wands, definitely. It's like they're speaking the truth. Finally, they're seeing the truth for what it is and they're speaking it. 10 of Pentacles, so they can get their happily ever after. So they can finally come to their happily ever after. This is long-term relationship. I feel like they could also like maybe for some of you, your person could be into like investments, something that has to do with investments, money, financial, like money. I'm seeing like I'm hearing stocks, Bitcoin, like stuff like that, crypto. whatever. I don't know much about that stuff, you guys, but that's what I'm picking up. We have the Three of Wands again. So heavy on the distance or travel. Two of Wands. Decisions. That's that make a choice before they do it for you. That's that being in denial, not being honest. They know it's time for them to make that decision. They also see like the potential that this connection with you like has. Like they see how it can grow, how it can expand, how it can be a long-term connection, how you guys could build something like, I feel like an empire. Y'all see? But with this Two of Wands, you guys, I don't know. Two of Wands and the Seven of Swords is still giving someone not facing their... I feel like this is an outside energy. Like, I feel like this is someone that they could have been dealing with. A third party. Because I do see the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe this is somebody they used to work with. Somebody in the work environment. I don't know. Yeah, they're getting left behind. Whoever it is, though. Whoever that may be. Is there anything else, Spirit? What else? All right, let me just finish out with these. Let's get some messages from your person. Let's see what Spirit has to say about your person. Spirit, what can you tell us about this person that the collective is connecting to? Close it out, close it out. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, for some of you, they're even taking like the social media break. Like they could have withdrawn, maybe even deactivated their account. What messages do you have for the collective when it comes to their person? We have trust. It is safe to trust in this situation. Mastery. Let me get 2 more. Okay, 3 more. Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lessons. I told you guys. They're learning a spiritual lesson. You've come into their life to teach them a different way of having a connection with source or a god or whoever. Like your spirituality has exposed this person to a different way of thinking or being. Leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you are considering. We did see the Fool, so it does feel like this person is wanting to take a leap of faith. They do, in retreat. That's why they're spending time alone, so that they can make that decision, because they know they have to. They know it. They know that it's time for them to make a decision. Longing. That's that 6 of Cups energy. Someone is secretly yearning for you. They're missing you. Even though they're in no contact, they're still watching you. They're missing you, but they know that they had to pull their energy away so that they can go through this transformation, right? So they can go through the changes, the shedding. Yeah, they're unavailable right now. It says warning and unavailable. Don't dismiss the red flags, and the person is unavailable to give you all you deserve. And that's because they're going through a healing, right? They're healing. And with children here, it lets me know that there is something about their inner child. I think I did say something about past energy. This also gives me like inner child energy, where they're having to retreat and heal a part of their inner child. Especially if you came in to teach him a spiritual lesson. Spiritual lessons are tough, y'all, like, because it does hit deep. It goes as far back as your inner child, and sometimes even, your childhood, or sometimes even prior to that, your past lives. So maybe for some of you, your person has had to heal past life trauma that they didn't even know they were holding on to, because Six of Cups also talks about past life, and they didn't realize how these are these were red flags that you spotted from a mile away, and you shed light on the situation. But instead of making them feel like they needed to hide, you made or created a safe space for them to trust that it was okay for them to be wounded and hurt and human, that it was okay for them to heal. It was okay for them to pull away and retreat so that they could do the work, so they could learn the spiritual lesson. And that's exactly why they're wanting to take this leap of faith with you, because you've created that space for them. They're coming in to communicate that, you guys. So if you haven't heard from your person, here they come for the second chance. Decisions. All right, you guys. That's all I have. I hope that this message brought a little bit of clarity when it came to your connection, especially if you guys are like in no contact, because I know how that can get. I know that even though you are someone that has mastered your emotions, you still kind of, wonder if you're doing the right thing, right? If you should wait or if you shouldn't wait. But I feel like it's safe to trust. Okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Every like matters, every share, every subscription. Again, I appreciate it. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.